24th, and we'll be watching the Desperados, veteran running back. He'll be a focal point of his offense this week. It's the Desperados and the Thunderbirds on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the Alamo City of San Antonio, Texas. And tonight we start Week 9 with a good one in prime time, as it'll be the Thunderbirds of Albuquerque taking on the Desperados of San Antonio. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this San Antonio team as they enter play. They come in off the very rare tie a game ago.
And it'll be interesting to see what their mindset is going into this game. Sometimes that can be a deflator, and sometimes that can just really make you mad and more determined the next time out.
Meanwhile, for our visitors from Albuquerque, they've been playing well, really well. Winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at the vet. He's got a lot of years under his belt in the National Football League.
And you've got to think that they've got to be feeling pretty fresh. You know, coming off of the open week, didn't have to play, right? Gives them a chance to rest up a little bit, heal some of those aches and pains, and excited about playing again. That really rekindles things a little bit. I want to see how they come out and establish themselves here early.
And that bye week coming right where they want it in the middle of the schedule. They go play action here on first down. That's swung out wide to Harris. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. And Charles, we see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back on the field in a hurry.
Brandon, I'm going to go ahead and age myself, but I'm going to ask you, when you were in high school and there were injuries, did you hear next man up from your coaches?
Well, you hear it every week now in the NFL, that's for sure.
You know, back when I played with dinosaurs roaming the earth, you didn't hear next man up. You heard, oh, no, we've got to put in Davis.
Out of the gun now on third down. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. So first and 10 now from the 30. Harris running straight ahead. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. But you look at this defense. They sit at number 20 in the NFL right now against the run.
For some defensive fronts, playing the run is not the priority. It's playing the pass, right? They get upfield, they rush the passer, and sometimes neglect stopping the run. That's something they'd have to work on and reverse a little bit. Make sure you play the run on your way back to the quarterback.
James now to throw on third down. He gets it complete to Harris. That's going to bring up fourth down, only a gain of 2 there.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? Third down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now Griffin. Oh, and this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. Here's Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He'll get this to Bell. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll make it second down. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. To throw is James. To throw on second down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. Now James throwing on first down. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Second down in the yard. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That ball nearly intercepted. The rookie had his hands on it but couldn't pull it in. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And this one is right through. And that'll make it 3-0 here in the first. Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them, all right? They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. They are coming off the game last week, which a very interesting game in Charles. Ultimately, it ended in a tie.
And that's difficult on teams because, let's face it, Brandon, they just don't know how to react. I mean, who does? Did you win? No. Did you lose? No. Because when you win, you jump up and down. Life's good. When you lose, you set your face in that stone look so that you show that you weren't hurt. I think it's one of those things that at the end of the year you find out just how you're supposed to feel about that tie. Did it help you or hurt you in the standings? Then you'll know what you really should have felt that game.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chambers, and he will have a first down here at about the 40. They give him 7 yards on the play, and they do pick up the conversion on third down. Throwing now, Griffin on first down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. When you look at this defense, currently number 1 in the NFL against the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the...
Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. Oh, one of the linemen on the other side has got it. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here, just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Now a play fake here on first down. It's brought in by Harris. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it'll be 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 41-yard line.
Looking to throw. James. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. But now he appears to be in some pain. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. They'll try and pick up the first down with Adams. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup.
First down, Thunderbirds.
On first down, Rose. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw. James. And a quick throw here. That's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 14-yard line.
Looking to throw. James. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a hard-earned yard there as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's 2nd down. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first rushing touchdown of the year. And the Thunderbirds are able to extend their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows to 10-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. Griffin. Looking deep downfield. And this is incomplete. Oh, he looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Now Griffin on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Griffin. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. It's Chambers. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Ball start, offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Now Griffin. Quick hitter here. It's complete. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a 1st down if not for that penalty moments ago. 3rd and 2. Now a handoff up the middle. Aldridge, and he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Up the middle they go. Chambers. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Griffin now off the bootleg. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a 1st down.
From the red zone now, here's Griffin on 1st down. A quick throw there is incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Chambers, and he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up 1st and goal.
Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job, and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
Nice gain of 8 that time, and it's 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Desperados are back within a score. And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He's been effective so far, over the 40-yard mark here in the 2nd quarter. Don't forget about those guys up front, though. They've been effective, too.
The leverage game has been in their favor. They've been the ones who've been able to bend their knees, drop their hips, and get a little bit lower than the guys on the other side of the football, and they've moved them out of the way for the runner.
Sometimes that's tough for those big fellas.
Not an easy thing for them to do.
2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Back to throw. James. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's 4th.
Well, they came up with points in their first 2 possessions, but it looks like they'll come up empty here on their 3rd drive. The defense finally starting to get locked into them a little bit. Might have to go a little bit deeper into their playbook on their next possession.
And he fields it cleanly. It's a 42-yard punt, but 8 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Back out comes San Antonio. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Here's Griffin to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Chambers. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go play action. Griffin. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again, Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It's Chambers, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, You just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. And it may just be the second quarter, but he's in his zone, well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, James, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, James. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. 2 guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Here's James on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Barker. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll look to throw again. Throw left side, going to be taken in by Harris. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. Again, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they had incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. James looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. He will find Davis on the left side complete. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and CD in a minute. First, it's time to take a look at what we've got coming your way this weekend in the NFL. Some great games still to come, and I think we highlighted one of the better ones right there, as that promises to be a tight one. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on what should be a very tough opponent. And then lastly, on Monday Night Football, those fans will be riled up as it'll be a good matchup between their guys and what equates to be a very tough opponent. This has certainly been a fun one to watch so far. We knew this was going to be a battle, and we have not been disappointed. This is the kind of game that could wind up hinging on which side can play mistake-free football the rest of the way.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. For this offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter three.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Griffin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
So they bring out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking a couple yards shy of midfield. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. James now throwing to start the drive. Short throw, that's caught by Davis. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Up the middle they go. It's Rose. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line.
To throw is James from the gun on third down. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the gun, James. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Off the bootleg, James. Oh, this is going to be caught along the sidelines. Probably shouldn't have been caught. He's going to lose yardage there. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Looking to throw. James. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And now it's a 2-score game at 9, 16-7. So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Back out comes San Antonio. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
They run the counter. Chambers. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now it's Griffin. And that's going to be incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
35 yards that time on the punt, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try and increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
And he'll take this one for about 4 up to the 40.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
On 1st down, this is Adams. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Now 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Rose. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, James. And that is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the 1st down on a 13-yard run.
He's been patient this entire game, waiting for the perfect moment to surprise them with a quarterback keeper. There he catches him off guard and converts his first rush of the game into a first down. Gotta love that efficiency.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line to hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw. James. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll motion out one of the tight ends. Now they'll send a tight end in motion left. Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal. Again, it's Harris. And this time he's going to lose yardage as they push him back to the 4-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
They'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack. And they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2. And ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Back out comes San Antonio. And right now, these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
On 2nd down now. It's Chambers. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Here's Griffin. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards through the air and a 1st down.
And that's one of the better plays we've seen this offense put together so far. They haven't been able to get on track much at all. But listen, they're only down a couple of scores with the rest of this quarter and the entire 4th remaining. So, stranger things have happened.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Well, if you're going to run the read option, typically, you've got to keep an eye on the defensive end.
And what does that mean? What are you looking for with a defensive end?
Well, you want to play off of what he does. If he collapses inside towards the running back, then you pull it and take it yourself outside in. If he stays outside, you go ahead and leave it with the running back. In this case, pulled it and got good yardage himself.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. From midfield now, here's Griffin. That is caught, and some room to work. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in San Antonio, as we are just about set to go here in quarter number 4. Now Griffin on first down. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top with the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
And his kick is indeed good, and they're hanging around here as the lead's down to 12. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Albuquerque offense ready to take over once again. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Now 2nd and 3. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start, offense.
Now the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They were looking good on second down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw. James right back to Bell, and it's caught once again. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
They'll run again with Harris. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
On second down, this is Harris. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to it.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Back out comes San Antonio. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. From the 24 now, here's a 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Griffin. Wide open receiver complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Now a give right side. It's Chambers. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now left side on the swing pass. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that'll leave him with a 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here's Griffin. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away at his timing.
So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover. 80 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
It's a gain of 10.
It's a first down on a gain of 10. Back to throw. James. Flush to his right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. I thought there at the end he may have had a chance to release that, but that pocket closed a little too quickly and down he went.
Yeah, he was certainly trying to do everything he could to extend the life of the play, probably counting in his head 1, 2, and then he ran out of time.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. James. Over the middle, complete. That's Barker. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards, but it's 3rd down.
Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. So they'll turn to the kicker again. He's been a busy man thus far. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So an important one there as they widen their lead in this 4th quarter.
All right, partner, help me out with the math here. Make sure I am on point because the way I see it, the other guys still need 2 touchdowns, but in addition, a 2-point conversion. So this is all about them playing perfect football from here on out.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Back out comes San Antonio. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Griffin.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
On third down, Griffin. And the throw there going to be incomplete. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Roughing the passer, defense.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
Griffin will throw again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Chambers. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Griffin. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
The Albuquerque offense out to take over now. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Now James on 1st and 10. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped them there, but not to be. Now a 2nd and 10. To throw again, James. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 39 yards there, a big one.
And this is seemingly how it's been all game long. This defense has been just a step too slow. And here they're burned again. Another big play.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They hand this off to Harris. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 91 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. First down, and they go back to Harris. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
Holding, offense.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Back to throw. James. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, James. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
They'll try to run this one in. And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Thunderbirds look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. This one now, Charles, you'd have to think all but over.
I would agree with that because this offensive line, they've been physical from the first snap of the game, and it's taken a toll on this defense. And it was never more evident than on that play right there. They continue to move the line of scrimmage forward, and they open up enough space there to get their guy into the end zone.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. Back out comes San Antonio. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Out of the gun, Griffin. He finds his man, complete. That's Chambers. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Griffin. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like right at the 40. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They go play action with Griffin. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Once again, Griffin. And that will be incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Throw left side complete. That's Chambers. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2 yards to go, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Here's Griffin to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. On 1st down, Griffin. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Now Griffin. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Griffin. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
The drive starts with a handoff to Adams. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stop the run and then executed.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game was by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for Albuquerque, they run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for San Antonio, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.